The story begins with a scientist named Richard Quinn, who arrives with his team in search of a mysterious creature known as Chupacabra. It is said that this creature has wings and has been hiding for centuries. Inside a dark cave, the team discovers an ancient mural on the wall that clearly describes the Chupacabra. Suddenly, strange echoes begin to rumble through the cave. While investigating, one of the scientists finds a massive feather. The moment Richard sees it, he realizes he is in the right place. As Richard moves deeper into the cave, he spots a small baby Chupacabra. He tries to capture it, but suddenly its mother appears. She fiercely attacks Richard and grabs her baby in her mouth, escaping from the cave. Richard fires a flare gun to stop her, burning one of her wings. Even though she is injured, the mother keeps running to protect her child. Richard and his team chase her in their vehicles. When she tries to fly, her burned wing fails her, and she crashes to the ground. Further down the road, she collides with a vehicle and is badly wounded, hiding herself in the bushes. When the team arrives, the mother makes a heartbreaking sacrifice. She hides her baby and deliberately runs in front of them, drawing all the attention toward herself so her child can stay safe. The little Chupacabra climbs onto a rock and lets out a powerful cry. Soon after, news spreads that in the San Javier region of Mexico, a mysterious creature called El Chupacabra has been spotted, a beast accused of killing goats and drinking their blood. Farmers claim several of their goats were found dead in a strange way. Fear quickly spreads across the entire area. On the other side, the story takes us to Kansas City, USA, where we meet a lonely boy named Alex. He studies at Lakewood Middle School. During lunchtime, he sits alone in the cafeteria, quietly playing on his handheld game. Suddenly, a bully snatches his game and starts making fun of him, but Alex stays silent because there is no one there to stand up for him. When he returns home, his mother hands him a passport and tells him that he is going to Mexico. Alex immediately refuses because he doesn't want to go there at all. His mother gently explains that spending time with family will be good for him. His grandfather, Chava, will take care of him. His father always used to say that San Javier is a magical place. His cousins live there too, and he can spend good time with them. Hearing this, Alex becomes emotional. He goes to his room, looks at his father's photograph, and starts crying. His mother hugs him and tells him that his father wanted to go on this trip with him, but he passed away because of cancer. She reassures Alex that he is never alone. His entire family will always stand by him. Finally, with a heavy heart, Alex boards a flight to Mexico. At the airport, his grandfather Chava warmly welcomes him. Hugging him tightly, he jokingly says he wanted to see how strong his grandson has become. On the way home, Chava asks if his father never taught him Spanish. Alex explains that his dad tried, but no one in Kansas City speaks Spanish, so he couldn't learn it properly. Hearing this, Chava smiles and says that Alex looks exactly like his father. This makes Alex emotional again, and to control himself, he quietly focuses back on his game. When they reach home, Chava introduces him to his cousin, Memo. He explains that Memo only speaks Spanish, and he will be the one to teach Alex the language. Memo shows him his room upstairs, which is filled with old belongings and memories from the past. While exploring the house, Alex notices old photographs on the walls, where Chava appears as a fighter in his younger days. Just then, he hears the soft sound of a guitar. Peeking through the window, he sees Memo's sister, Luna, peacefully playing the guitar. After a while, Luna comes up to Alex. Shyly, he tries to shake her hand, but she pulls him into a warm hug and laughs, saying, "This is Mexico." Here, we say hello with a hug. Nearby, two goats are calmly eating grass, completely unaware that a small baby Chupacabra is quietly wandering behind them. A little later, when Alex comes downstairs, Memo suddenly grabs him in a playful move and throws him to the ground. Memo loves wrestling and playful fights. Then Luna asks Alex if he knows El Lémpago Azul. Alex shakes his head. Luna shows him a video and reveals that their grandfather Chava was once a legendary and famous fighter known as Azul. Slowly, Alex begins to realize that his family holds many secrets he never knew about. Luna tells Alex that Chava was once the strongest fighter of his time. He never lost a match, but he had one powerful rival, El Chaca. During one brutal fight, El Chaca threw him out of the ring so hard that Chava suffered a serious head injury and remained in a coma for an entire month. Just then, Chava walks in, switches off the TV, and coldly says, "I don't even like hearing that man's name." Later, Chava takes everyone to his farm, where they find a dead goat. Luna tells Alex that the Chupacabra is like a vampire creature that drinks the blood of goats, but Chava immediately says, "Chupacabra only exists in stories." Chava, Luna, and Memo leave from there. However, when Alex looks closely at the goat, he notices two sharp fang marks on its neck. Strangely, the wound almost seems to move. Alex is left stunned. On the other side, Richard Quinn is on the phone, saying that the Chupacabra is real. He explains that there is a baby weighing around 30 to 50 pounds, and its mother weighs between 500 to 800 pounds. Just then, a helicopter lands, and a man named named Taylor steps out. Richard shows him the burned feather and says they had found the creature, but it escaped. Taylor reminds him that he promised to bring back the Chupacabra's blood because it has the power to cure every disease. Richard asks for more time. In a strict tone, Taylor says the investors will not wait any longer and gives him only 1 week, or the project will be shut down. That night, Alex is in his room playing his game when he hears strange noises outside. He looks out the window and suddenly sees something moving in front of him. He gets scared, but when he looks again, it turns out to be just a goat. Still, a question now lingers in his mind. Is the Chupacabra really here? Alex lies down on his bed when he hears his grandfather Chava's voice. Chava is playing soft music from an old music box. Alex quietly watches him. Suddenly, he notices movement in the bushes, and there he sees the Chupacabra. Terrified, Alex screams loudly. Hearing his scream, Luna and Memo run outside, followed by Chava. Alex insists that he saw the Chupacabra in the bushes. Chava turns on a flashlight and checks, but they only find a rabbit. Everyone assumes Alex imagined it, and Luna and Memo go back inside. Alex has a small scratch on his hand, so Chava takes him inside. But the moment everyone leaves, the real Chupacabra quietly steps out of the bushes. The next morning, Alex wakes up and is shocked. The Chupacabra is licking the wound on his hand. Terrified, Alex screams again, and the creature panics and jumps out of the window. When Alex looks at his hand, the wound is completely healed. He looks outside, but the Chupacabra has disappeared. A little distance away, Luna is sitting and calls Alex to help her light a firework rocket. At first, Alex refuses, but Luna laughs and says, "You should have some fun too." She balances herself on a wooden plank. Alex asks how her English is so good. Luna says she watches a lot of movies. She also tells him that after his father passed away, his mother put his picture up in the house, and Alex looks exactly like him. Luna hands Alex a rocket. This time, he gathers courage and lights it. Suddenly, Memo comes running and says that Grandpa Chava is missing. Luna explains that Chava has memory problems, so he often loses his way. Now Alex realizes that not only mysteries, but family responsibilities are also waiting for him here. Luna, Alex, and Memo drive toward the market to search for Chava. On the other side, Richard Quinn is investigating the same road where the Chupacabra was hit by a vehicle. While searching, he finds a car's number plate. Now he believes this clue might lead him directly to the mysterious creature. Meanwhile, at the market, Alex and his cousins continue looking for their grandfather. Luna goes in a different direction, while Alex and Memo search together. At one shop, Alex notices a small Chupacabra statue. The shopkeeper says, "People call it a monster, but they are not evil." This thought stays in Alex's mind. After some time, they sit down to eat. Luna returns and says that Grandpa is not there. The three of them head back home. On the way, Memo changes the old music tape in the car and plays a traditional Mexican song. Luna and Memo happily start singing. Alex asks, "What is a pachuco?" Luna explains that Mexicans who live in America are called pachucos. Alex smiles and says, "Then I'm a pachuco too." Soon, all three of them start singing together. A little further ahead, they spot Chava walking along with a goat. Chava explains that he just went out for a walk and ended up buying the goat. Once again, they all get into the car and head back home together. Suddenly, on the road, Richard Quinn steps in front of their car and sternly tells them to leave the area. At the same time, he asks a police officer for help and insists that the Chupacabra is real. The officer laughs at first, but when Richard shows him the creature's claw, he is left shocked. Back home, the kids watch news reports about the Chupacabra on TV, but Chava switches it off and says, "These are just rumors." Alex tells Luna that Grandpa Chava is hiding something. He explains that the previous night, Chava was sitting alone in the ranch house listening to a music box. Alex suspects that Grandpa might be hiding the Chupacabra, but Luna ignores him and says Chava's memory is getting weak, and creatures like the Chupacabra don't really exist. Later, Alex goes to the ranch house himself and plays the same music box. Suddenly, the Chupacabra appears and starts chewing on it. Alex quickly brings a sausage for him, but the creature throws it back at his face. Alex gestures for him to eat it, but the Chupacabra sniffs it and tosses it away. Then it climbs upward, and Alex follows. There, the Chupacabra offers him a box with a dead mouse inside, as if telling Alex to eat it. Alex pretends to eat it, but the creature senses he is lying. Just then, loud thunder roars in the sky, frightening the Chupacabra. Alex gently hugs him, and the two of them fall asleep together. The next morning, Memo comes to wake Alex but hears strange noises. Alex tries to stop him, yet Memo goes to check. At first, he sees nothing, but suddenly the Chupacabra appears hanging from a pole. Alex quietly signals him to leave, but the creature stays. When Memo looks up again, it has disappeared. As Memo turns around, the Chupacabra jumps right in front of him. Memo gets scared, but Alex explains that this is the Chupacabra. In shock, Memo slowly reaches out and gently pets him. Just then, Luna arrives and screams loudly, and seeing this, the Chupacabra becomes angry. Alex assures Luna that the creature will not harm anyone. He lovingly gives him a name, Chupa, but Luna says they cannot keep him there. He has wings and can fly back to his home. Alex explains that Chupa doesn't even know how to fly. Hearing this, Memo excitedly says that he will teach him how to fly. Just then, Grandpa Chava arrives and reveals the truth. A few nights ago, a large Chupacabra crashed into his car and ran toward the desert. Later, when he returned to get his vehicle, he found the small Chupa hiding in the bushes. Chava believes that in the accident, the baby got separated from his family. He searched for a long time, but found no sign of them. Just then, a goat walks nearby. Chupa is about to leap at it, but Alex stops him in time. At that moment, Richard Quinn arrives there. He claims that he and his partner work for the US government and are searching for special animals to develop medicines. He shows Chava their car's number plate and demands to search the house. Chava firmly refuses. Richard insists and says he knows Chava has seen the Chupacabra. Angrily, Chava tells him to leave or he will throw him out by force. Before leaving, Richard hands over his card and says, "If you see the Chupacabra again, call me." He walks away, thinking he is now closer than ever. Meanwhile, Alex slowly approaches Chupa, but suddenly Chupa tries to pounce on him. To calm him down, Alex plays the music box. Hearing the same old melody, Chupa relaxes, comes closer, and gently holds the music box while listening. In a soft voice, Alex says that when he was little, his father used to play this same tune for him. Alex slowly begins to sing, and surprisingly, Chupa hums along with the melody. Emotional, Alex promises, "I will reunite you with your family." Just then, Memo comes and takes Chupa to the roof to teach him how to fly. He says, "Spread your wings and jump." Memo jumps first onto a pile of hay. Watching him, Chupa leaps as well. For a few seconds, he actually glides through the air and lands safely on the ground. Later, Grandpa Chava shows Alex videos of his old wrestling matches. Proudly, he says that the suplex was his signature move. Then he admits that El Perico Verde performed it even better than him. Alex immediately replies that his grandfather's suplex was the best. Just then, Chava hands Alex a wrestling mask and reveals a shocking truth. Alex's father was El Perico Verde. He had everything it took to become a legendary fighter, but after meeting Alex's mother and moving to America, everything changed. Alex does not want to hear this and goes back to playing his game. Seeing this, Chava becomes angry. He snatches the console away and says, "If you want it back, fight me." Alex refuses, but Chava insists and tells him to wear his father's mask. Outside in the yard, the two begin wrestling. Chava grabs Alex and says that every time his father is mentioned, he hides behind video games. One should not run from pain and grief. One must face it. In the end, Chava wins the match and starts celebrating. In anger and frustration, Alex suddenly pushes him hard. Chava falls to the ground and gets hurt. The moment Alex sees this, he realizes his mistake, and his heart fills with regret. A doctor arrives, gives Grandpa Chava an injection, and tells the children that it is just shock and nothing serious. Suddenly, Chupacabra lets out a loud scream. The doctor asks what that sound was, and Alex quickly lies, saying it was a sick cow. A little later, when Alex and his cousins go to check on Chupa, they see that Richard Quinn has already arrived to capture him. Alex tries to stop him, but Richard refuses to listen. Chupacabra attacks him, yet Richard shoots a tranquilizer dart and knocks him unconscious. As Richard lifts him, Chupa slashes his face and injures him. Even then, Richard throws him into the vehicle. Luna and Memo try to stop him, while Alex runs to Chava and says that his old enemy is outside. Chava puts on his wrestling gear and steps out. Alex tells him that Richard is his old enemy. Without wasting a second, Chava delivers a powerful kick and knocks Richard down. Then Alex, Chava, and the kids take his vehicle and escape. On the way, a goat suddenly comes in front of the car. Richard tries to grab the vehicle from the window, but Memo bites his hand, forcing him to let go. They reach the same place where Chava had his accident years ago. Just then, Chupa regains consciousness and runs toward the desert. Everyone chases after him. Meanwhile, Richard calls his team and orders them to surround the entire area. Alex follows Chupa alone and gets separated from the others. Chupa stops at the edge of a large canyon and lets out a loud call. From the other side, another Chupacabra responds. Alex understands. Chupa has found his family. With tears in his eyes, Alex hugs him and says goodbye. Chupa crosses the canyon using a pipeline and heads toward his family. As soon as Alex turns back, a leopard suddenly appears in front of him. To save himself, he climbs onto the same pipeline, but the leopard follows him. Just in time, Grandpa Chava arrives and scares the leopard away. Chava steps onto the pipe to rescue Alex, but suddenly the pipe breaks, leaving Alex hanging in the air. Hearing his scream, Chupa returns. He carefully walks along the pipe toward Alex. Alex grabs his tail, but the pipe slips again, and both of them begin to fall. At the very last moment, Chupacabra spreads his wings, and this time, he truly flies. He safely lowers Alex down near Grandpa Chava, but just then, Richard Quinn appears again and shoots Chupa with a tranquilizer gun. Chupa collapses unconscious. Richard pulls out an electric stun stick, threatening everyone, and locks Chupa inside an iron cage before loading it into his vehicle. Alex and his family chase the car when suddenly a giant Chupacabra blocks the road. Terrified, Richard tries to reverse the vehicle, but two more massive Chupacabras surround it from all sides. There is no escape left. Richard steps out holding the cage, trying to scare them away with the electric stick. Just then, Chava arrives from behind, and with his legendary move, the suplex, he slams Richard hard onto the ground. Alex runs to Chupa. Tears fill his eyes, yet he smiles and says goodbye. Moments later, Chupa rises into the sky with his mother. Finally reunited with his family, Alex, Grandpa Chava, and his cousins quietly return home. Now it is time for Alex to go back to America, so he starts packing his bags. Just then, Luna comes to him and gives him her music player along with a special cassette. Smiling, she says, "I made you a tape of Mexican bands. You can learn Spanish with it." Alex hugs her tightly and thanks her. As Alex places his bag in the car, Memo suddenly jumps out of the trunk and playfully challenges him to a fight. This time, Alex confidently defeats Memo. Both of them burst into laughter. On the way to the airport, Alex softly says, "Dad was right. San Javier truly is a magical place." At the airport, Chava becomes emotional and says, "I forget things quickly. Whatever happened here, keep it safe in your memory for me." Alex hugs him tightly and replies, "I won't forget anything, Grandpa." Before boarding the flight, Alex gifts his gaming console to Chava. Sitting inside the airplane, he listens to music and looks at his father's old wrestling mask. Suddenly, outside the window, he sees Chupacabra flying, as if he came for one last goodbye. Alex smiles. There is no sadness left in his eyes now, only happiness. Chupa flies high into the sky, returning home with his family. Some stories never truly end. They stay in the heart forever. So, how did you like this film? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this recap, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing stories. See you in the next video.